Hey, what's going on guys, it is LA5TY here, and today I've got a bit of a Q&A video for you guys. So I've asked you on Twitter if you'd like any questions answered using the hashtag AskLA5TY or something like that. And a bunch of you have asked me some questions, so I figured I would deal with that. Not quite sure what's going to go on in the background, maybe a pack opening or something. But if you guys are looking to buy coins, then be sure to check out UT Coin Traders. As always guys, links are going to be down below in the description for you. Right, let's get into some questions, shall we? So, first question, it's a big one. LA5TY, why did you get into making YouTube videos? Right, so for people who don't really know the story, I used to be a COD YouTuber, so that's how things got started for me. I believe it was for something like Modern Warfare 2 just about to come out, you know, so I thought, alright, I was going to check it out on YouTube, and I saw some videos going up from people, I don't know, people like Woody's Gamertag, Wings of Redemption, C-Nana's Hutch and all that lot. And I thought, you know what, this looks quite fun. I've got quite a keen passion for editing and stuff like that, so I figured, you know, I could play my video games, I could edit stuff together, and I'm pretty sure I could do some commentary. So I put it all together, had a bit of a go at that, and yeah, it sort of worked out alright. I think I did COD for nearly a couple of years before I sort of got a bit bored of that and realised that FIFA was my area that I should probably go to, and I got maybe like 1,000, maybe 1,100 subscribers or so from Call of Duty. So those subscribers are probably completely inactive now on my channel. But if you guys were sub from back then, I'd love you to drop a comment and just let me know, that sort of thing. But yeah, I started off with that, and then FIFA came around. That's when I decided I wanted to make, when I started playing Ultimate Team in the middle of FIFA 11, all due to like Sam 5000 and stuff like that. A bunch of me and my mates all decided to start playing the game. Realised that you could build some really cool teams if you actually spent a bit of real life cash on it as well. And I just fell in love with it from there and just really wanted to make videos on it. Got a fairly lucky break with regards to YouTube and getting subs and stuff. Like, can you guys remember there was a tournament where you could win an in-form Keisuke Honda in FIFA 12? Was it FIFA 12 or maybe it was FIFA 11? I can't quite remember. And I did like a video of me winning that cup and winning the Keisuke Honda. And yeah, that got like over 1,000 views in a day, and that was completely weird for me to get stuff like that, views like that. And then from there I just thought, okay, people like FIFA, I'm gonna post stuff like that. And some people started recognizing me, realizing that I did big squads and stuff, and subscribing from there, and I don't know, the rest is history, you could say. So that is that question. Hopefully that answers that one for Dafa Foldid. I don't know if I just pronounced that horribly. But the next question comes from Josh T. Bedford, who asks, what is the most amount of coins you have ever had? And I would answer that question by saying, I think like 14 million on FIFA 13 Ultimate Team. Yeah, just sold everything that I had. Ready to like build some big squads and stuff at the end of Team of the Season stuff, and I had around 14 million, which was crazy. I'm worth nowhere near that now. I'm probably lost about 4 or 5 million of that in giveaways and EA tax and whatnot, but I think 14 million was probably my highest wealth on Ultimate Team, which is obviously a hell of a lot of coins. Next question comes from Matt Abbey, who says to me, LA5TY, who is your favourite player in the BPL? Now, I saw this question earlier and had a little bit of a think about it, and I reckon it's someone like Mata or Cazorla or something like that, maybe even Benteke. Just one of these players which, like Mata and Cazorla, are very similar in the fact that they're great playmakers, absolute godly vision and stuff. And then they'll tuck the ball in the back of the net. And then Benteke is also a really class player. So I'd say one of those. Sorry, I can't put a pinpoint answer on one exact player. Right, next question says, do you prefer toast on beans or beans on toast? I don't like either, to be honest. Why would you put toast on beans? But I don't like baked beans. So yeah, yeah. Next question was, what inspired me to do YouTube? I've just gone over that, so we'll skip on. Right, Question from Al-Thani, Abdullah Al-Thani. I'm sorry if I say your name wrong. But he said, lastly, do you have a pet and what is it called? I don't have a pet, so it's got no name and I have no pet. Maybe when I'm all moved out one day, I'd love to get a dog. I'd love like a chocolate Labrador or something. I don't know, maybe that sort of thing would be quite cool. Any of you guys got pets? Leave it down below in the comments. I want to know more about you guys. Next question, again from Matt Abbey, asks me, lastly, where do you see yourself, subs-wise, in a year's time? So in a year's time, it will be about ready for FIFA 15. And if all goes to plan, hopefully my channel will continue to grow during FIFA 14 and I'll become more and more established. I'm going to put a random number out there and say that I would love to be at 250,000 subs. If all goes to plan, I'm sure that's achievable, but I'll have to blow up with the FIFA 14 stuff. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, but I would love to hit 250,000 subs by that sort of time. That would be my highest goal. I never see it going any higher than that, but it's possible, so that is what I would love to do. Jamie's Gaming asks me, can we go to a Portsmouth game together, please? He wants me to see a real crowd. Oof, this is a bit awkward. What division are you guys in nowadays? Yeah, we'll leave that one right there. But I'd love to go to a Portsmouth game with you, bud. Right, next question comes from FIFAcraft1, who asked me, lastly, what do you use, an Elgato or an HD PVR? I use an Elgato, and I've got a setup video coming out for you guys very shortly, so I'll show you my Elgato in that. And I also want to do like a review for my Elgato, because the guys were kind enough to give me one. They gave me a Game Capture HD. In return for a review at some point, so I'd love to do that because I really love the device. It's insane. Recommend it to anyone that wants to record their YouTube videos. It's a great piece of kit. Right, next one from Kaida Bullard asked me, lastly, how did you come up with your name? Well, my surname's Last, and typically in England, like, nicknames become just people putting a Y on the end of it, so I was always Lasty, and when I used to play football I always wore the number 5, and yeah, it just sort of fits, doesn't it, you know, so that's how that happened. Oh, next one, favourite YouTube vid you have ever made, ever? Lyle Morris asked me that question. I would probably have to say, God, that's a difficult one. Maybe one of the really big squad builders that I've done. Like the really expensive ones that go down incredibly well. I love doing that sort of thing, and yeah, probably one of them, definitely. Next question from Cypriot Boss asked me, why all the hate on NAS FIFA? I love NAS. I don't know what you're on about. Me and NAS get on extremely well. He's a great little Dutch. He's my favourite Dutchman. I love NAS to pieces. What a legend he is. Right, next question from Jack Kenworthy98 asked me, lastly, what would you rather do? Pink slip man of the match Ribery and man of the match Robin, or the whole team of the year squad? I have no interest in ever doing pink slips. I don't think I do. That could change possibly, but I'm not really very good at FIFA, so I don't think I'd be any good at that, so it would just be giving stuff away all the time, which is a little bit silly. So I don't really know how to answer that one. Next one, Ray Buck Robbie asked me, what camera angle do you use, lastly? I've been asked this question about 7 billion times, and it is down in the description of every single video I do. It's also on my channel page. I use the dynamic setting with maximum height and 0 zoom, so that gets that question out of the way, but it's always in the description if you guys ever want to see it. Next one, what happened to the Last of Us Let's Play lastly on my second channel? That is from Vantage, and I'm afraid that it just didn't do very well, and I couldn't put too much time into it because I was so busy at the time with like TOTS and all that sort of stuff on my main channel that I just had to drop it, I'm afraid. Right, lastly, why do you not do random picks anymore? Right, okay, so I've dropped it for the end of FIFA 13 because I've pretty much used all of the players on this game. So it doesn't interest me right now, but I will be definitely picking that one up as soon as FIFA 14 comes out. I know you guys absolutely love it, and I will most definitely be doing that again because I really love doing the series as well. It gets me using players that I may not have otherwise used. Henry Milburn asks me, lastly, do you have a real job aside YouTube? If so, what is it? Yes, I do have a real job. I have a full-time job. I work in the insurance industry. It's not the most exciting job in the world, but it's, you know, it's good for me. Good to have a steady, level-headed job, that sort of thing. I recently got promoted, so I'm now a manager, which is quite crazy. I'm in charge of people, but that's all I really need to tell you about that sort of thing. But yeah, I do have a full-time job, and it would only be if YouTube really blew up that I would love to. I'd love to do this full-time. I really would, but it has to be right and stuff like that. So maybe in the future. But yes, I do have a full-time job. Luke Duddle asked me, lastly, what team do you support? I support Ipswich Town for my sins. Yeah, we're not the greatest team anymore, but you gotta love them. That's where I'm from. Right, Jacob Hollison asked me, lastly, are you going to make any videos from FIFA 14 that are different to the ones you're currently doing now? Yeah, I'd love to, I'm going to do career mode. I'd love to get a good career mode going. Maybe some pro clubs or something, and I want to network a bit more. Do some more videos with some of the other YouTubers, maybe around my size, like Bateson and all people like that. Just love to network a bit more with some of the people I get on well with on YouTube. Right, tips on starting YouTube. Okay, the key that I've figured out recently, the key to YouTube is that you guys have to keep going. You have to, through the thick and the thin, you have to keep uploading. You can't take a 3-month break. But you need to also have the good equipment. You need good audio. You need HD quality. I'm afraid that's just how it is nowadays. So they're my tips on starting YouTube, and then just try and network with people around your size, because eventually you'll all start growing together, and then you can, you know, try and network with someone who's slightly bigger and that sort of thing. But I wouldn't recommend you guys just going up to Nepenthez or something, and if you've got 10 subscribers and saying, can we do something together, because you know that that's just going to get ignored, because there's so many people that ask me to network and stuff. I can't do it with everyone. It's just it's not fair. I haven't got the time and stuff like that. Right, lastly, is it true you went to school with Jordan Rhodes? Yes, I did go to high school with Jordan Rhodes. If anyone doesn't know who that is, I'm sure you do. But he's a professional footballer currently playing for Blackburn. And he played for Ipswich for a while in his early stages of his career when we were going to high school. And yeah, I went to school. I'm good friends with Jordan Rhodes. Haven't spoken to him for probably a couple of years actually, since he moved away and everything. But yeah, I'm good. You know, I'm friends with Rhodesy, and we went to school and played a lot of football together and stuff like that, which was quite epic. What is your favourite drink, lastly? I love a good cider. Yeah, I like cider. Aspel's Suffolk cider, if anyone knows that. Other than that, I like Disaronno and Coke. Tastes like Dr. Pepper pretty much. That's a good little drink as well. Any more questions here? Lastly, do you think Sturridge will get the golden boot? No, I don't actually, but he is doing very, very well for Liverpool at the moment. He's showing that he is a top class player, and just needed to be at the right club. Any more questions here? Right. Do I watch Scottish football? No, I'm afraid I don't. Ooh. Lastly, if you were to be on a desert island and you could only take 3 things, what would they be and why? God. I mean, in terms of YouTube, I'd have to take my Xbox, my TV, and FIFA. Yeah. But that's 3 things, and I wouldn't have my capture card, I wouldn't have my laptop, so that's a really difficult one. I'm gonna say food, I'm gonna say drink, because that's what's gonna keep me alive, and then I'm gonna say I don't know, girl of my dreams or something, so you could just be on the desert island all by yourself. with your favourite girl and unlimited food and drink. I think those are the things I'd take on a desert island. Screw the Xbox and stuff like that. If somehow I've managed to get stuck on a desert island, there's no hope for me, so I'm gonna live there forever. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, a little bit more of an insight into me. If you have, then I'd really appreciate it if you guys smash that thumbs up button. I'd love to hit 1,000 likes on this video, that'd be awesome. And I will catch you again very shortly, guys. Cheers, peace.